tossed by the jealous waves of the sea. I'm not as strong as I appear to be. Run by the deepest depths of the lake, I lay alone in the darkest place. My sorrow, dream of the sun. I just wanna be the shiny one. Well, the water creeps where the creek don't rise. I'm a roughest stone that you'll ever find. Pick me up, throw me out, walk away and don't look back. Run by the deepest depths of the lake, I lay alone in the darkest place. In my sorrow, dream of the sun. I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one. Run by the deepest depths of the lake, I lay alone in the darkest place. My sorrow, dream of the sun. I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one. I just wanna be the shiny one. Oh, I just wanna be the shiny one. Shiny
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Welcome back to another HNL Tonight show on the September 30, 2022. We have Mr. ENORTAP back in the house tonight.
Hello, Coach. Hello, Hockey Nation.
Directly from the
Welcome.
beautiful, great Toronto, Ontario. And directly from Thailand, Mr. FRENCHY right now, 8:06 a.m. Welcome, everybody, to be a part of the show. Tonight, we're going to talk about fun things about around the league. It's fun team, it's fun news, injuries. We'll talk about what's going on with the Montreal Canadiens happening today, of course, on the Friday. And then we're going to prepare for the weekend, Mr. ENORTAP. And then we are a couple of days before we return together and starting the day number one of the show. It's called the warm-up show with a new introduction. Mr. ENORTAP, you're going to be on fire to see this one over there. Not sure we'll be ready Monday. Work on it. And next week's all about prediction, Mr. Notap, all week long about the team, players, fantasy hockey until the beginning of the season. And we want to remind everybody we have a special edition October 11, the night before the beginning of the season, NHL season 2022-2023. I know they have 2 games in Cheshire, but we're talking about really for everybody start October 12th. So October 11, 9 o'clock Eastern time, we're going to have a lot of panelists inside of the show talking, and I thought I'll be one of them. And I can't wait to hear everybody. Of course, we want to invite, we're still looking for a couple of players for the Fantasy Hockey ESPN Hockey Nation Live Show. You can join us. Please email me directly at coach@coachfrenchy.com. That'd be awesome to join us. We're looking for 3 more, and then we will be shut down. This will be, the draft is this Sunday, Mr. Notap, 6 o'clock p.m. Eastern time. That's it. That's all. Nothing to say more about this one, Mr. Notap. And I can wait to start with you the show Monday night.
Sounds great, Coach. We're looking forward to it. It's hockey time. You can feel it around the corner. It's going to be an exciting year, not just for the NHL, but also for HNL hockey. So
you're absolutely right. It's hockey right now. Knock the door, and the first week finale we made almost over for the exhibition game because it's hard to watch. You almost fall asleep. Sometime the game in Toronto, Montreal. Oof. It was hard.
Yeah, but that was bad. Bad.
Yeah, it was.
Really... It's okay. I think as well, we saw today, I believe 23 players were sent down from Montreal. So as we get closer to the starting lineups and the numbers are diminished, we're going to see a better quality of hockey as well. So
I can't wait to see that for sure. And but first of all, let's welcome everybody in the chat, Mr. Notap. So we'll be quickly, and then we'll go move on to all the subject we have tonight. And possibly, Mr. Notap, possibly go back on the outside. We'll see what's happening. We got a lot of requirement for the people, Mr. Request for the people who want to see you back on the hot seat, Mr. Notap. So let's see if it's happening tonight. About just no duel tonight, no duel. The duel is a bit later. But welcome back, Mr. Brendan Bishop is in the house tonight. Brendan, thanks to be with us.
Hey, Brendan, welcome.
And the trompettiste of the Hockey Nation Show and assistant moderator, Mr. Luciano Graziano. Welcome back in the house tonight.
Hey, Lucky, how's it going?
Before we start, Mr. Notap, I apologize. Why are you orange in the background, Coach? Usually you blue, white, and red like the Montreal Canadiens or purple. But today we want to talk is, I don't know, it's called the Day of the True Reconciliation. I think that's what it is in Canada. Mr. Notap, maybe you can tell us a bit more about this.
Yeah, that's exactly it, Coach. And I had never heard of it before until just recently. We were talking about it in the chat maybe 2 or 3 days ago. So it's just a day to sort of recall some of the injustices that were done back in the day here with some of the reserve schools and a lot of lost lives. And it's never easy, but some kind of reconciliation always has to be made, and definitely acknowledgement so that we can step forward and not put it behind us, but at least try to make a better future for everybody, one that's equal for all people.
You're absolutely right about this. We wish you nail it all the way. And you have a couple of players playing in NHL, like Carey Price, if you think about all his family came from, everything. So it's pretty neat to recognize those people, and we wish, the future will be brighter for everybody. And we have Mr. Jose Duarte, another moderator inside the Hockey Nation Show. Welcome aboard. And we cannot go with Mr. Vinny James 007 back in the house tonight. Vinny
007.
Welcome aboard. And the captain's keeper, the moderator, Mr. Danny T. Back in the house tonight.
The captain, the skipper.
Here we go. Brendan put everybody in the fridge. He's ready to rock and roll the show tonight. 3 and 90 minutes. So Brendan,
That's
keep
it?
one every 30 minutes, turn around, open up. And if you have problems, just ask Danny. Danny,
Salute.
you have the opener closed on his pocket right now. So that'd be great. Brennan said 1,000 subscribers this week. Last week was not directly Brendan. I think it was 5.3, but we want to mention everybody. We want to thank everybody. I think the subscriber increasing for the last couple of weeks, honestly. And we just go through the 5,500, Mr. ENORTAP. So we have halfway to reach the 6,000. We'll be interested if we can get this before the end of the season of the year 2022. And the targeting, of course, we'll have to have the 10,000 at the end of this season, July 1st, where is the last date, honestly, in hockey about the free agent. So we may understand we can increase in the number, double the number would be amazingly great. But
Absolutely.
we'll see. One subscriber at the time, like we said, all the way, Mr. ENORTAP. We'll see what we have. Someone else. Oh, Bobby's back in the house. Game-winning goal hockey. Welcome back, Mr.
Hey,
Bobby.
Bobby.
Thanks to be a part of the show tonight.
I'm telling
Another
you,
moderator,
Bobby.
the team moderator is in the house. Mr. Ron with Kings 20, welcome in the house.
Ron, how's it going?
Thanks to be with us. And Mr. Oh, I tried to read before I put this. Heading to Vegas tonight in a few minutes. Oh, he's going to be live, Mr. ENORTAP. Bobby will be live.
Nice.
Give us some updates on the game. Wish you an amazing, great night out at the game. Vegas, I think it's 9 o'clock, 6 o'clock possible. I don't know. Maybe the night. Yeah, it is the night right now in Vegas about this. The key, Mr. ENORTAP, it's not always when you go to the game. It's after. What do you do after the game? That's the big question about this. Because if you go on the strip, on the strip street over there, it could be costing a bit more. So that's another subject for another time, Mr. ENORTAP. But that's happening.
Just go for wings.
But when we have Vinny in the house, we are happy. But when we have the shark, is more happier. Here we have the shark is in the house.
Micro, how's it going?
Look like they have a double header over there. They play both Vegas and Anaheim Shark about this one over there. And we have Mr. Tony. Welcome back in the house, Mr. Tony. Glad to see you around.
Tony.
Always great to have Tony. Great, you make a lot of comments all
nice
the time.
name.
Knowledge about hockey, that'd be great. And directly from Finland, he says, "Salut, gentlemen, Mr. Yamo Bertonen." Welcome back in the house, Verno. Yamo.
Moi is Yermo.
Yamo right now is watching Mr. ENORTAP, the Via Play TV station. It's watching the game between the New Jersey Devils and the New York Rangers. Well, you know that, Coach, because I got it. I have this channel on my little box, and I said, well, I'm going to see what Yamo is doing tonight. I didn't see him in the sauna, but I see him watching the game in Via Play. So this box showed me a lot of everything. So be careful about this one over there. But it will be interesting about this. Don't forget. And we have Miss Kelly back in the house. Welcome aboard, Miss Kelly.
Hey, Kelly.
From Toronto, Ontario.
Welcome.
We're going to talk about the Toronto Maple Leafs at some point, Mr. ENORTAP, the next couple of minutes. A couple of questions we want to talk about this. Bobby said, why not to add one more likes? Thanks so much, Mr. Bobby. The Leafs are winning 3-2. Look like from Kelly. Again, the Ottawa Senator. He got Samsonov got a bad shot on the shoulder area. I think he's still in the game. I didn't follow after that, but he was not comfortable for him, Mr. ENORTAP.
Who?
Samsonov.
Oh, Samsonov.
Yep.
Oh, I better not take him in my pool then.
RJ Calabro, back in the house. Mr. Update.
Hey, RJ.
We cannot go nowhere without RJ. He's going to give me all the update what's going on. And the co-host of the Ab Branch back in the house tonight. Thanks to be a part of the show. Good job with Orange Background today, Coach. Thanks so much, Marco.
Hey, Marco.
Hopefully you have an amazing, great day. Marco, a great week, sir. I will see you Sunday morning with Karen Hans, Mr. ENORTAP. Every Sunday morning, we do the Ad Branch, your Sunday rendezvous. I think it's getting more popular. I think the people like it. And Karen with Marco bring a lot of nuggets during that show, and I can wait to do another one. It will be our episode number 4 already, Mr. ENORTAP. The time is fast. I cannot believe it. I go from 26 years old to 27 years old like that, and I cannot believe it. But why not to talk about the fun of the fact, Mr. ENORTAP? Are you ready?
Let's do it.
That's the
That does
time
run.
we don't know what's happening. Fun fact of the day, in the early 1930, if you were a captain, you were required to be on the ice through the answer of the game.
Really? I
Yeah.
wasn't aware of that.
That's
I
pretty
didn't know
unique
that.
about
Okay.
this one over there. About this, I did not know about this. I don't know why it was the full
No?
roster, 7, 8 players maybe. That's something we
Yeah,
can
the
ask a
roster.
question.
I think it was only 9 forwards that they had and 5 defensemen, something like that.
And let's go back to the future with Marco. He said, excited for the draft. I need to do this video. I did my draft 2023 Mr. ENORTAP already, but did not do the video yet. Jesus, I put this on my list to do. You know,
To-do list.
he has so many things to do, and I need to do that. So we'll see what's happening about this one over there. Nashville 7-1 over Tampa Bay Lightning. Just trying to have 2 goals, Mr. ENORTAP. Here you go. Exhibition game, right? What we can say. Wear my Canadiens Ducks jersey for orange shirt day today. Well, here we go, Mr. Vinny. Great job about this one over there. That's glad to see that.
Good job, Vinny.
And King of Gamer back in the house. We did not see King all week. Hopefully you're doing well, Mr.
Hey,
King. Without you, this is impossible. There's no on the opinion which defense already look at the app top 6, what are not yet. I'm just concerned about Savard been on the top line.
Interesting. Are we going to talk about it later?
Or
Let's
you
talk
can
about it
slightly
later.
maybe who is luck in your eyes.
Well, if you look at the list, I mean, I'm still keeping in mind that Matheson will be not Matheson, sorry, Edmondson will be out for a while, so that opens up an additional spot. If you look at the defenseman that got cut today, what's left now is 11 defensemen. So we have Justin Barron, Madison Bowie, Caden Gooley, Jordan Harris, Otto Leskinen, Mike Matheson, Matthias Norlander, David Savard, Schooneman, Weidman, and Arbor Jackeye. So that leaves 4 of them that I think will be cut, possibly 5. So I would say Madison Bowie will probably be cut. Otto Leskinen, Matthias Norlander will be sent down. I would say Justin Barron might be sent down. And who am I missing? And that's about it. I think that breaks it down to 7 or 8. Yeah. So who's staying? So
now,
who's staying?
who's not staying, but who is luck? Like you know that
A
next
lock.
week
Okay.
he's going to be part of this roster for Montreal Canadiens.
Okay, a lock. Well, obviously, guys like David Savard, Mike Matheson. I would say are definite locks. Then, in terms of the younger kids, I'd be shocked if Gooley is not on the opening day roster. I could see definitely Jordan Harris on there as well. So that's 4. I think Schooneman will be 5, Weidman 6, and Arbor will be the 7th until Edmondson comes back, and then they'll make a decision whether Arbor goes down or one of the other ones, like maybe Schooneman.
Yeah, I was just said that all the veterans are locked. The only one I was said is locked when I was Caden Cooley. I confidently locked
The young kids.
Yeah, for the kid, it's only Caden Cooley.
Yeah.
Probably, I would say to 80% Jordan Harris, and the rest is on the air for me. That would be the best way. I can see that, Mr. ENORTAP. I just tried to go a little bit lower. Like I said, 2-1, the Rangers over the... We have 21 likes, so count. Melissa, welcome back in the house, Melissa.
Hey, Melissa.
Glad to see her. She's glad to see them. And I don't know what happening with ENORTAP, but I don't know if I can get it here. I cannot see it. He's back again in the house, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back, Mr. Johnny Golden.
Here's Johnny. Welcome, Johnny.
We didn't see Johnny all week, Mr. ENORTAP. Maybe he was busy, but always glad to have him. Have any questions, Johnny? Talking about the QM. The QM is back now on the start of season. The QM with three couple of teams very interesting to follow for this year. I think Gatineau would be a great team. Sherbrooke and Quebec Rempart are really the three team I'm looking for upcoming. Of course, you have Charleston Islanders. They have Cataract, Shawinigan Cataract, but I think what happening with a couple of players they lost, and we're not sure. But I think right now Quebec and Gatineau and Sherbrooke are the three best team in this division. About this one over there, look like we're 55-10. Mr. RG, thanks so much for update about this. Just happy we can all share a lot of the hockey. Absolutely right, Brendan. We appreciate that. We can do if everyone share their show on the Twitter, Facebook. That's a great one about this one. Marco William McClary is in the house. Welcome back. Not. Have an amazing great night,
Hey,
Mr. Nat.
Hope you're doing better, Nat.
Thanks to be a part of the show. Question. I saw you post in the community tab. Can you explain to me what you mean by top zero? The goaltender. So both zero, goaltender number 1, goaltender number 2, Melissa. So example, Panthers have Proboski and Knight. Montreal have Allen and Montembeault. Which team of the Eastern Conference have the best duo goaltender, Mr. ENORTAP?
Let me think of the teams, and then you got Florida, you got Tampa, you got Boston. Boston's not bad, their duo. You got Ottawa. Ottawa's gonna be sneaky good, I think. Not Montreal. Detroit.
Not on the Atlantic, Eastern Conference.
On the Eastern Conference.
Yeah.
So
welcome, everybody. We are Sunday morning at 8 o'clock a.m. and welcome to be a part of the show this morning.
no, I'm trying to think of all the teams and who their goaltenders
Carolina
are.
Anderson Renta.
So. I think I'm not a big fan of Renta. I think he's okay.
Boston Bruins Swimmen and Ulmark.
Yeah, Boston is good.
Tampa Bay, we have Vasilevsky with Elliott. Florida Panthers have Knight with Proboski.
Not bad.
Islanders, we have Varlamov with Sorokin. The Rangers have Chesterkin with Alak or Domingue. Or it'd be Alak.
No, they just have Shesterkin.
So that's the best goaltender you have on that Eastern Conference, Mr. ENORTAP. And that's what happened about this. Robinson scored for Toronto tonight. Second goal. Your score for the Devil, it looked good. Under, over, Mr. ENORTAP for Jack Hughes, 100 points.
Oh, under.
He scored a great goal on the back end, top shell, Yamo. It was a great goal to see him about this one. So that would be interesting to see that. Ranger defense, Andre Miller look very good for this season. The guy, good skater. Yeah. You're absolutely right, Yamo, about Miller. I think
very good.
Underrated in NHL. He remind me a lot Slavin at some point. When I said not, maybe he's faster, but like on defensive zone, he's so good. And he really great on the relent, on the transition, everything like that. Better maybe as Slavin, but I consider now we should take his name, maybe top 20 best defenseman in NHL. I'm considering for sure. William Snyder is in the house. For Sunday last the other night for the Habs. Yeah, I can see that, but that will be interesting about
exhibition. Exhibition. It's very early. We need to be patient.
Yeah, absolutely about this. Brandon Bishop, welcome aboard. Eventually, say once in your career, which truly brought you out of your seat.
Which one truly brought you out of your seat? Out of who?
The best save can send out most
Oh,
from Carey Price.
oh my goodness. There's so many. I mean, he had he has one of the best glove hands in the league for sure. I can recall the same type of save on many different occasions, but I remember two plays. Once against Ovechkin when he came across the grain on a one timer on a power play, and he just made a absolutely fantastic save to the point that Ovechkin came and gave him a tap on the pads afterwards. And another time when he turned around backwards and with the paddle of his stick made a tremendous save when it looked like it was an empty net goal. So those are just two, but there's been like a plethora of great saves that he's made over his career.
Great point about this one there. I have too many I can talk about, so let's move on. Samsonov still in the net. Looked like Norris got hurt from this one. Kelly said 4-2 lead. Robinson scored his second goal of the night, third in the exhibition game. RJ with all the update. Mr. ENORTAP 7-1 Nashville, 2-1 Rangers. Toronto 3-2, but now 4-2. Washington take the lead 1-0 over the Detroit, but we have more games coming a little bit later during the night about this. Leave Nation and the house. Next thing gonna be good. I mean, not fantasy draft and Sunday, but excited about the draft and I shot. Oh, I'm sorry about this, Marco, but it's all right. Don't worry about this.
That too. All the pools.
It's all every time we talk about draft, it's all excited anyway about this one. That Mr. Joe Palota, welcome aboard. Sorry about this. Steph Keski, Harris Coley, et Jack R. Currency to start the season. I would keep said it. It's 100%.
I don't think Slavkovsky will be. Harris will be. Gooley will be. Jack I should be.
For me, Jack I was not be there.
I think until Edmondson comes back, I think he's going to be there.
Yeah. So you send down Justin Barron.
Justin Barron will go down. Yeah, unfortunately, he has. I mean, there's still more time. Obviously, they'll assess it.
So you're going to start the game against Toronto. Coley, Harris, and Jack I on the lineup.
Yeah, I think so. Or Jack I is your to start off might be your seventh, but I'd hate to do that to him because if he's not playing here, he's better off going down and getting some more opportunity to work on his skills. If he's going to stay here for the 9 games, then I would like to see him play.
Is it not too risky to use 3 rookie like this? Harris, Goalie, and Jack I?
Yes, it is. But what's the drawback? If we win, that's great. If we don't win, we're also closer to the Bedard sweepstakes. It's not a year that we're supposed to make the playoffs.
Yeah, but what kind of message you leave to the like Jake Allen and the Brendan Gallagher, Josh Anderson, those guys? You know what? We not play to win. We just play to let the young play hockey.
No. That's never the intention, Coach. Every athlete, every.
But if it's not intention, I would put Schoeneman or I'd make a veteran more at Jack I versus to start with three young defensemen. Because now he said we'd be better to let him play because it doesn't matter if we win or lose.
I think if you pair him up with all 3 of them with 3 veteran defensemen, you have to give these guys the opportunity to play is my point. If you're going to keep them on the team and they're only going to play, 12 minutes or less, then you're not servicing them properly. You're not developing them properly. It doesn't matter. What I'm trying to say is for this year, it doesn't really matter if they're making mistakes because they need to learn from that. Today I listened, they had the Montreal Canadiens did sort of the development team they spoke to the reporters. And when Adam Nicholas and Scott Pellerin came on, I was just blown away by what Adam Nicholas was saying. And he was saying it's all about developing positive, it's about the brain and putting a kid into a situation where they repeat certain things and you want to see improvement. I think Martin St. Louis alluded to this as well. He says, show me, I don't care if you make the mistakes, we'll correct that, but show me what you got to offer. Now, if you don't give the kid an opportunity to play, they can't show it to you. And that's my only point. I think as long as you're not putting them two rookies together, I think
no
it's
choice
service.
because you have only Whiteman, Savard, and Madison.
Right, and you got to put out there three rookies, right? Cooley, you're gonna put
But they don't play on
Harris.
the left defenseman, so you're going to have at some point your third pairing, like Harris and Haber.
Yeah, you probably would have to, like, somebody will have to play offside. I mean, it's ideal to play your proper position, your side, but we've seen it with certain players. They can play both. Like Harris can play on both sides.
The
That's not a
problem at that
problem.
level is
Even
what you play
Matheson.
L defenseman, and you go to pick up the puck in the corner. Now you have to use the backhands. It's not easy for the young age to go that direction over there. That's the only problem you get when you play on the wrong side. So that's what
No,
that's what Guy Boucher
it's not
explained.
ideal. Yeah, it's not ideal. I agree with that. It's just this is the hand that you're dealt with right now. So you have to work around that. It doesn't make sense to me to put one of the young kids up in the press box watching the game constantly, and if they're not getting ice time. So you put Schoenemann and you put Weidman out there the entire time. Like, what good is that? You're not developing the team. We
So
saw
I
that
would back.
last year.
I would
Do you
send.
remember? Do you
Go ahead.
remember Ducharme? He played Caulfield like 11, 12 minutes, and then they're wondering why he isn't scoring. They didn't give him an opportunity to build his confidence. Go out there, even if you make some mistakes. It wasn't until Martin St. Louis came in, increased his playing time by at least 6 minutes, that he started to score, produce, build his confidence. He started to get a better mindset because of that. And now we hopefully have, a great start in the future.
So the question will be: is it more benefit to use Justin Barron on his right side, at use a defenseman, left defenseman, going to play there on the left defenseman, but he's never going to become a right defenseman in the NHL? For me, I would say to you now, it's not right. I think you should use Justin Barron because anyway, you just said it's no matter. We just want them to develop. Why not to go down, Arbor down, keep Justin Harris and the left defenseman, and use Justin Barron on the right defenseman so the kid can develop properly, and you get now a win-win situation with both defensemen. At just gave a possibility to Arbor, but now you're going to send Jordan Harris on the right defenseman. Now you drop Justin Barron, where is a right defenseman.
Yeah, but we forget that Harris played on the right side.
But he's not going to play in NHL as the right defenseman. Now he just fill up the hole because we have nobody right now.
Well, that's the thing. But with Justin Barron, my fear is right now he's suffering from a lack of confidence. I think that's the only thing it is with him. And that's why I would send him down so that he can sort of gain that confidence back.
I don't understand why they would keep Arbor Jacky. For me, I don't understand why they keep him there. Like the kid make a lot of mistake on different details of the game. He get beat many times on the cap control, on the pinch, and for me, it would not be appropriate for him. Let's go down. Let's put him down like for 10, 20, 30 game, and let him to get better, to understand what the game is all about, and then bring him up when he's properly about this one over there. Keep 2 young defensemen, use Schoenemann, and not to use another one like Jacky, where I feel like his game is not all the way there, ready to play an NHL game number 1.
Yeah, he's made some mistakes, but by the same token, he's been one of the better younger defensemen that's been showcasing his talent. Like we lose fact of that because we see the mistakes that are a little bit sometimes more in our eyes when the other team scores or you see a 2-on-1 or whatever the case might be. But keep in mind what St. Louis said. I don't care if you're making your mistake. What I don't want you to do is get away from your game and stay back because you fear, oh, if I jump in the play, I'm going to make a mistake, so I'm not going to do it. And that takes away from your toolbox of what your talent is. And that's one of the things that he possesses. The other thing is he's also a physical dimension to the team. This guy is like a Petzetta in terms of if somebody gets in trouble, there'll be the first one that steps in. I'm not sure that somebody like Schoenemann or Weidman will necessarily do that. I was a little bit upset even in that game with Winnipeg the other night because you saw how Kirby Dach was taken down by Stanley, and the referee decides to give offsetting penalties, but nobody from Montreal really stepped in. Somebody should have stepped in at that point and just put a glove in his face and said, "You're not going to do that. Not in this house."
But again, for me, it's not about development. This is only you protect. We're not there yet. We're not a team right now to. For me, it's about the benefit. What is the best benefit for each player? Is it to let him play 23 minutes, 22 minutes in Laval Rocket, at play him 60 minutes in NHL third pairing, and how he benefit the most? Because the development is to use your tools to become better at the end of the day. So for me, I don't see him third pairing, and so this is going to be the best benefit for Jacky right now.
Yeah, but you lose fact of you lose sight of the fact that he's not going to be here the entire time. I don't believe. I think as soon as Edmondson's ready, then he goes down and he's doing exactly what you're saying at that level. But in the meantime, he's here. Let's see what he has to offer. I mean, let me put it this way: if you thought he had such a bad game the other night against Winnipeg, why did he have the third highest ice time? You think Martin St. Louis would have kept him on?
No,
that
it's because
long?
he was too much exposed. That's my problem with that.
So
That's
if
the
you see
problem. He
that one
was
of your
there.
players is being exposed, you're not going to play him as much because for fear that
But they
you're not
want to
going to
see
score.
him. They want to see what he look like, and you can see he make the detail. It's like you think about his crossover, but usually he will go. He will get beat on the crossover. He have to turn around on the forward to catch up with the players coming down. So it's not. It's just Brent Lambert. It's not Austin Matthews. It's not Connor McDavid now. We talk about Brent Lambert. So when he's going to be faced with the speed of the game, Mitch Marner, next week, you better to be ready right now. Whatever you hit, you're going to see they
Of
are
course.
faster. When you see his backward pushing left to the right is going to have a very difficult time for him. That's
Of
what
course,
it's all about. This
we're
man.
not debating.
I understand he pinch. I understand he does this. This is a part of the game. I'm concerned about how he make mistake over there. Where is for me, he don't have that kind of quality hockey player to play steady in NHL right now. Starting the roster at the beginning, when you have Cooley in front of him and you have Schoenemann right there, and to expose him at the first game, deserve it. Reward, he said, Martin, it's not about the gratification. It's about the process. For me, in my eyes, I would prefer him to learn to play in Laval Rocket, become the top pairing defenseman over there or the top 4 defenseman over there. Go get your 23 minutes. He's never going to play over 20 minutes with Montreal Canadiens at the beginning of the season. If they use this, we're going to finish at the bottom with Chicago.
So if he goes down and Edmondson's injured still, who are you putting in as the 7th defenseman?
We have Schoenemann right there. He can use as number 6.
Okay, and probably if you look at all the defensemen so far from Montreal, would you like to know who's probably made the most mistakes so far? Schoenemann. Is he a part of our future? No.
No, but
Is
he's a third
Arbor?
pairing.
Yes.
So he's a third pairing. I'm not worried about this. I'm going to have Madison. I'm going to Caden Cooley. So Shannon, he play only 14 minutes, 15 minutes. Is not hurt the player development. He's just there. But to use Arbor in that game for 15 minutes, my point, I prefer him to go Laval Rocket to play 20 minutes, 25 minutes. That's what is almost like 60% more time on the ice to reps more, to learning more. Use him on PK, use him on power play. Try to show him other things he don't have on his tool or he's not great yet. At play third pairing Montreal Canadiens. For me, that's what I would see him to his development.
Agree to disagree, I guess.
Mr. Andy Coivula, welcome aboard.
Hey, Auntie, how's it going?
Oh, Bonnie, welcome back in the house. Thank you to be a part of the show. Yamo said Whiteman. My prediction right now on the Madison, Savard, Edmondson, Harris, Coley, et Whiteman, Shoneman, and Bowie extra. For Marco.
Yeah, Bowie won't.
About this one with it. That's number 8, I believe, right now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, Edmondson is not there. So that gave him 7 with Bowie as an extra about this one over there.
That's why we're bringing up Jack-Eye, just for that reason, because of Edmondson. Otherwise, it's set. Ghoulies and Harris are probably the 2 young kids that'll be up.
4-2 Toronto. Jack-Eye, Zachary Gros not making the cut, in my opinion, for Zachary Gros. Welcome aboard. Thank you, Zachary, to be with us tonight. Congratulations to Blue Jays. Comme il send you invite to some letter. 5-0 over then. Question: When is the best time for AB to claim a potential player of waiver? When do the team 10 waive the players?
I think they do it just prior to the end of the first week, if I'm not mistaken.
Well, what happening is you're going to have that kind of roster. They have to date the final roster. It's 5 o'clock Eastern time, example. So the player is going to, they can refuse all the player right there, right? And then at the end of the camp, like next week, now all the contract they have under the NHL roster, that's what they're going to now to put them on the waivers. So that's the only thing about this, because sometimes teams have 27, 28, 26 contract NHL, and they want to let him go out.
Yeah, and
to open up the
Coach,
cap.
that actually that raises a good situation because Montreal will have the first pick off of the waivers, and I think if there's a half decent, experienced right-handed defenseman that's available, that might fit into our plans.
Yeah. That's another thing they can get under the defenseman, Uso and Nikanikovic for them. Mr. Stu Pilasso, welcome aboard.
Stu.
He's back in the house. Johnny Golden, 2-0 Sherbrooke, halfway through the third. Joshua, 1.5 shot. Thanks so much, Johnny. Gave us. I know he was going to give us an.
Boy, Johnny.
4-3, Jake McEnwee, welcome aboard. Elliot, because number 1 is elite about this. The final score: New Jersey 1, Rangers 2. We know that New Jersey beat the Rangers a couple of days ago. Alan Barnes is in the house, Mr. ENORTAP.
Hey, Alan. How's it going?
How many games will you miss the season? I don't know, you talk about Jack or Quinn, but Jack's going to miss 13 games, Marco, this season after he have a problem with his right shoulder. When does the pregame show start, Mr. ENORTAP?
The pregame, the warm-up show?
Yeah.
The warm-up show starts on Monday.
Yep.
We're going to be doing about a week of predictions and prognostications, and then the week after, we get right into the game predictions.
Yep, so right about this, Mr. ENORTAP. We have Melissa, are the Browns candidate for the playoff this year?
I mean, I would never count Boston out because of, some of the players that they have. The problem is, having Marchand out of the lineup for as long as they are going to have him, which is at least until Christmas, and playing Krejci on as your second line center is a bit problematic. And then they have some injuries on defense as well. So they're going to probably be battling, I would say, with a couple of other teams for that last playoff spot. If I had to make a guess or a prediction, I would say that they're going to be on the outside looking in.
Vinny said that you thought about Marner, and here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. Mr. Mitch Marner, as a defenseman, is going to be out. Vinny, you can see what he's talking about. Here we go. As a defenseman, what do you think about Mitch Marner? What do you think about this project of Sheldon Keefe?
I don't think it's a great idea. I thought it was just in reaction to the game with Montreal because they got a couple of injuries and they were down to four defensemen. So they brought him back that way. I know he's dabbled in it when he was younger, but given his size and the fact that he hasn't played there for a number of years, I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Especially now that they've signed Sandin. Doesn't make sense.
So the situation happening against Montreal. I know if you have no goalie, they ask a Zamboni driver to be on the ice as a goalie because we don't have no goalies. But are you be favorable? Are you think you could give a permission to the team to dress up another defenseman while he was not on the roster for that exhibition game, not in the regular game, but exhibition game? Where so you know what, it's not a big deal. Just bring Mr. X and the stand right now is a roster for he's at the camp, and so go dress up right now, go play for. We're missing too many defensemen. Are you willing to do that, or we said no? Just use Jack Rock and what he did, Kerfoot.
Yeah, I worry when it's like this because I mean you're talking in Marner's case he's an excellent player and you're risking possibly an injury because he's playing out of position. It's not something that you want to dabble with, especially since it's an exhibition game. It's one thing if it was just a inter squad scrimmage or something like that where the hitting really isn't as intense or even present at all. Bless you. But in an exhibition game, sometimes you never know. On the other team, you might have a player that just wants to make a name for themselves, and you could get seriously injured. And that would be a huge blow for the Leafs if Marner were out for any extended period of time.
So, Team Canada always dress up 13 forward and they dress up 7 defensemen, example. They always add an extra player. That's the rules. They accept that. My points on exhibition game, could you add an extra players as the defenseman in case they're missing defenseman? So that would give them, an emergency if they have to.
Yeah, I think it makes total sense. Yeah.
For exhibition game, does that make sense?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Everybody talk about Carey Price. That's good to see that. About the stop. Edmonton take the lead 1-0 against Calgary Flame. That's what we got. One is the home opener for the regular season for the HABS, Mr. ENORTAP.
The 12th, I believe, against the Leafs.
Yep, you nailed it, Mr. ENORTAP. You are the, we're testing your Alzheimer's, so we just want to be sure you set up.
Yeah.
So that's a great question. So, when you did well, no be worried for, you get it very well. What marked up the Hall of Famer? It was not Black with injury for the time.
Good question. I think, he's the kind of player that deserves it. I think, definitely injuries played a big part in missing the games.
You're talking about a guy with not injuries, like he did not miss 3 years almost. I think it would be really considered to be, because you can add more game, more point, and he's going to be a guy can maybe play 12, 1300 game. That's another Zubov area, I believe. So yes,
Yeah, yeah.
eyes. Yeah. I think Jacka is slightly ahead of Baron. If he can improve his read, he's more solid on his skate. About Marco. Yeah.
Right now he is. Yes, you're right, Marco.
Campbell is in the other net. Andy, thanks so much. Will the Sabre make the playoff? Ask a girl top in the chat.
If
For me,
their
no.
goaltending holds up, I think they have a just as good a shot as either New Jersey or Ottawa. But the problem is, will the goaltending hold up? Yeah, I'll leave it at that.
Yep. Jacka can probably stop making bad turnover, then we'll see him playing in NHL. He will play in NHL. I just feel for me right now, he's not ready at the beginning of the season. He can come back game number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. But to be a part of the roster at the beginning of the night, I don't see that. For me, I will not use him. I will use Schoenemann, but they can go that way. The mistake Jekka is making are easier to fix than Baron. Baron is not stable enough to his skate. For me, for Baron, it's more about the battle in the corner, 1 versus 1. His physicality in the corner is really that's what he needs to improve the most for me. Adam Mayako,
Baron, it's just between the ears right now. I think last year he showed spurts of being a great skater. Like he could really. You could see him eventually becoming possibly a quarterback on the power play as well. He was that good of a skater. So something's happening right now. He's not demonstrating it. And so for his confidence, it's best if he goes down for a while and tries to improve on that.
Here I see that Justin Barron, skill-wise, talent-wise, is so much better to Arbor.
Yeah.
Right? I don't say
he's there.
He better hockey player. I just said skill-wise, talent-wise. You talk about a guy make the Team Canada, and he was solidly great defenseman over there, right? Now, Aber grow. He have another kind of play where he make more impact to at the team right now because he play physicality and he can carry on the puck. He's a little bit better on the offensive zone. Not better on the offensive zone, but overall, he's a better hockey player right now at Justin Barron. But in 3 years, if Barron can correct what he need to correct, I think Justin Barron will bring more at Arbor on the offensive side. Now, Arbor is going to be better on the physicality, everything like that. So they maybe need more both, but skill-wise, talent-wise, Justin Barron is so much better to Arbor.
Yeah.
But again, it's about he said, sorry, at the chat. Randy Walkman, thanks so much. Randy, glad to see you around. I will call Bowie out yet. Marco said that. We know Mason Bowie is a right defenseman. It's something we have to follow him to see what he look like. The with the prospect to come. What's up then? Brendan Bishop, I think they are a tough decision for that. He talk about Buffalo. Go to move on to the next one. Schoenemann is a perfect 7D who care if he sit there. You're absolutely right about this. Remind a lot the Brett Kulak a couple years ago before he become better. I have a feeling Slavkovsky would be end up at Laval. Would be interesting to see this. I don't know if they can get there. Eric Carmi is out farm and he has been around for a long time for Buffalo Sabre. Yep, you're absolutely right, Eric, about him. I can wait to the debate with you, Sunday coach, about this one over there. Robinson again for the leave. Wow, Marco, he said, Flame the Oilers tied the game 1-1. Mr. ENORTAP. Eric Morrison, welcome aboard. Alan, he should go to Laval if he cannot look good on his own right. He needs slightly talented line mates to perform. He's not ready for the NHL. I would keep X on the team. He had much need muscle. His play is not much frank the other defenseman. How about this?
Good point, Alan.
And again, if Zuski fight with Mitch Marner, Arbor is sitting on the bench. What Arbor can do?
At that moment, nothing.
He sit on the bench.
But next time they're on the ice together, you can rest assured he's not gonna just skate around and not do anything.
It's not a game like this anymore.
But
that's my point. If you thinking Arbor is going to be the guy going to protect other players around, well, I think we are not on the same way anymore. The game is not that way. It's changing a lot. This. It's not Arbor. It's the 19 other players. They need to step up to understand if someone get hit, go around. That's
Yeah,
what I
no,
would express
but you have to step
that's
up.
what I would express to the team. It's not Arbor. It's about the 19 don't do any action. So if you see someone in the corner like Kirby Dak, is the four other players. Because Arbor is sitting right now beside Martin St. Louis. He
Yeah,
cannot do anything
yeah,
about that.
yeah. No, I agree with that. But we don't want Arbor primarily here for that reason. It's because he has a skill set. He plays a certain type of game, right? And we talked about this the other day, like in terms of defensemen that he reminds you of that can get to that level eventually. And he's a rugged player. He's a guy that will make sure that you notice him when he's on the ice. He's not there just to go and pick a fight, but he does have that in his repertoire, in his resume. So, if somebody challenges him or somebody, steps into one of his teammates, you can rest assured he's going to answer the bell. Just like Petzetta last year. He didn't have great skill set. Then why'd they call him up from Laval? They called him up exactly for that reason. If somebody picks on anybody on the team, you're here to make your presence be known.
So if you call him or you want him to do that role, it's better to him to play on the third pairing, play only 15 minutes with Laval with Montreal.
We're just talking about until Edmondson comes back. That's all I'm saying. This guy's he's not a goon, so
But
he's
that's the
not that.
point.
Yeah,
You said we need a physical guy. If something happening, he will be ready. So he can play 10 minutes, 12 minutes, 13 minutes, not big deal. Because the reason is in the team is because we don't have someone can be physical. And if we need something happening, he can go on the ice to talk with a guy or everything like that.
okay, yeah, right, exactly. But it doesn't happen very often. I'm just saying when incidences happen like that, you need somebody to steps up. I agree. It should be the whole team. Somebody should be, but somehow I don't think Drouin going up to somebody with their glove in their face is going to be very intimidating. But you can rest assured if it's somebody like Jack Eye or Pasetta, they're gonna take notice, and they're gonna think twice before they take a run at your goalie just because he's behind the net.
All right. Marco talk about Golden interview with Chris Allen. So maybe you can follow
Yeah,
Chris Allen, everybody. That would be the great way to that. I don't want to talk about the story. You can watch in the story
very
on
good,
the
very good
Chris Allen. Follow him every time.
podcast.
Is a preseason a coach strike player in all position. Sakoski, yeah, I agree. Laval, yeah, I agree about this. Roger, welcome aboard. Thanks for being a part of the show tonight, Mr. Roger.
Hey,
And I
Roger.
try to go a little bit quicker about this. Stu Excel should play the Halifax Island for a little while. Joseph, don't say it, coach. He make very few mistakes. I don't know who have you been watching. Oof. Oof. All right.
He's not 100% wrong. He's
All
on
right.
the right
Let's
track.
start it with Buffalo at the rookie camp. 6 turnover, 2 versus 1, 3 versus 1, breakaway the first game he played in Buffalo. Want to go on the next game and the Buffalo. All right. He did not play. So he played back in the next game over there. But he can pinch 3 times on the board. He got caught 2 times on that part over there. So I can go with exhibition game. He does the good things, but he make a lot of things you don't like as a hockey player to stay steady in NHL. That's what is make a lot of mistake. He's not good enough to is kept controlling at the blue line. How many times do you see him? He got beat. He have to go back forward to reach the situation of 2 versus 1 or open up an opportunity for other team. He got caught in the corner. What he should not go over there. He should have to wait what the reaction, what's going on over there. The details of the game I'm talking about. I don't know.
But
You talk about that he played well. Of course he played good. I understand that. But the details of the game, he don't have it yet. For me, he should not play in NHL right now. If you talk about development, now his development is to learning to develop in NHL, but please put all the veterans 30 years old and let play Eneman, Ilonen, and Mezak and Owen Beck and everybody. That's if you want to do the same thing with Jack I, because Owen Beck deserves more as Jack I to be a part of the team. So if someone tell me, oh, we should let them play because they need to learn that way, for me, what we don't put Owen Beck? Because Owen Beck is better to Kirby Dax in the beginning of the season, the experience game.
Yeah, different position. The need right now is the opening is on defense. That's why we're discussing that. Like to bring up Owen Beck, unfortunately, there's too many forwards, so that's what's hindering that opportunity for him. But because now Edmondson's down and we don't know how long, that's the only reason. Like you can't possibly say that the other defensemen have not made the same amount, if not more, errors than Arbor has.
Yep, Alan said I was impressed with Jacky. Yes, you have again. He's impressive. Again, Brad Lambert. But maybe not against Austin Matthews. Maybe not against Mitch Marner. Maybe not against Josh Norris. Maybe not against Brett Marchand. Maybe not again to the best, the Barkov. That's what you have to be a little bit worried because, like I said, the details of the game does have. Again, Brett Lambert is fit. Again, the best in the NHL, the regular player in the NHL, you're going to see Arbor regressing. My point because of this, bring in Laval, go get that kind of hockey sense, hockey, the level, and then come back to play a couple of games during the season. That's what my requirement about our Jack I. That's happening about this. Coley is going to go the same way. Jordan Harris is going to feel the same way. It's coming faster, better, stronger, and you're going to see this over there. Brett Lambert versus Evan Kane in the corner, it's not the same way. Leon Tresado versus Hawkins for the Jet, it's not the same way. That's what I want to protect Jacky, to use him and Laval and play there. Go get your time. Go get your benefit of your reps. Go learning what it takes. And then after that, you can play in a show. That's for me, it's all about this one over there.
But we're
because
only talking
I don't know if you bring a player like him, Mr. ENORTAP, and then he struggle and he make mistake after mistake, and now he lose his confidence.
Well, that could be said for anybody, right? They're bringing up Gooley. If he starts to make mistakes, will he lose his confidence?
I'm sorry again?
I said that argument goes for any young kid that comes up on the team, right? We're gonna definitely have Gooley on the team. If all of a sudden he starts making 3-4 mistakes a game, will that destroy his confidence? I don't think so. I think he's at a point where he's mature enough to say, I made a mistake. I got to go out there and improve. And it's all about making mistakes and learning from them. Now, you're absolutely right. If he goes out there and he doesn't learn and he makes the same kind of mistake 2, 3, 4, 5 times in a row, then there's a problem. And yet you need to address it, obviously.
It would be a hard season for the young Montreal Canadiens because the most of the game would be in their own defensive zone about this one. 6-2 leave, Mr. ENORTAP. What you going to go for the Big Conference? I'm going to send Kevin Tassi Copper. What you are going to be good for Western Conference? I'm going to send Nathan Tassi Copper. Quamper Melissa is with Washington. Our defenseman who play power play and PK Emerson was the best PK, I guess, but he's out now.
On the power play and the penalty kill. Well, Edmondson was definitely on the penalty kill. I think right now you're looking at probably Matheson will draw some power play time. Possibly Gooley as well. They might try.
I think it's going to be Mike Madison and Chris Whiteman.
Yeah, Weidman's a good one. Yeah. Weidman
will be there. On the PK, now you're going to have the Pence, but you're going to have the Savard over there, Edmondson. You're going to add Cooley on that part over there. And then it could use a young other defenseman, Harris, or they can use Cooley, Madison, Savard, and that's pretty much what
Jacky.
he can get. It depends who number 6, maybe Shoneman or Jackai if he's play there.
Yes.
That'll be the way I see
Agree.
that.
Agreed.
Final score, Mr. Notap, 6-3. There we go. Okay, Johnny said the record finished with 2 star. So tap
Second
Julien
star.
Whiteman Vizina.
Awesome.
I'm sure to see Logan Mayo is skating with the team now. I hear he's like Weber. Julien, yes, it's a long process for him. Hopefully, we're going to follow him during the London nights for sure. Glad to see him. Roger Delaney is in the house.
Is coach is Logan MEILLEUR. He's a right-handed defenseman, isn't he?
King said, I believe his shutout ability, physicality out of the weight of the floor. About this one there. Yep, absolutely right about this. Is he looking for the team with this? That will be he's the right one to get there. So the gel door open for prediction, Mr. Yamo. Yeah, absolutely right about this. At the beginning would be hard. That's a great point, Randy, about this. You think we may still a good prospect goalie off waiver?
I think depends who's on there, but I think they're looking possibly if there's an experienced right-handed defenseman there.
Not for Montreal Canadiens, Mr. Notap.
The defenseman?
No, I'm sorry about the goaltender. So if you get a goaltender, the waiver, I don't know. I'm just thinking about a veteran goaltender, like Louis Domingue, right? So maybe they would draft a player like him and put him possible to send him à Laval, keep Montembeault in case there's something happening because Kevin Poulin maybe send him back at 12 years. So if it's happening this way, it could happen. But otherwise, I don't see any good prospect goaltender anyway on the waiver list about this. So we have Zenit, Kaela, and Caroline in the house. Mr. Notap.
Welcome, Zenith.
I'm not sure if you talk about last night, but that on the grass is hit by the Coyotes players, Mr. Notap.
Yeah, I mean, it was unfortunate that, he got hurt by the play, but he had his head down, and if you look at the hit, it was a perfectly legal hit. There was no direct contact to the head. I think he hit him in the upper chest. And somebody on Anaheim did obviously jump in and fight, but I thought it was an okay hit. There wasn't anything dirty about it.
No, it's not a 38. Secondly, it's very hard when you're beginning. If it just happened in December, the grass won't be ready. It's just like at the beginning of the game, you're not at 100% of the same kind of shape and same kind of mentality and mindset of the game. And you're not worried about everything. A lot of the time, they don't hit each other. But I think the grass, unfortunately, at the beginning, not only him, many injuries could happening at the beginning because the players are not back at 100% like they do usually. So, obviously, has happened. But we wish the best for the grass. We cannot lose a player like him about this. James William is in the house. Mr. Notap, ask a question to you. Do you think the ski is actually worth it of the captain for the Montreal Canadiens?
Caption, see. I think they're investing in him in the future. It's not a bad idea because they know they have him for the long run. It's unfortunate because if you go by courage and dedication to the team, somebody like Gallagher is the ideal captain, and I think Gorton spoke to that in that Knuckles podcast that we spoke of earlier, and he handled it perfectly. Gorton, he went to, before anything was announced, he went to go talk to Gallagher. He went to go talk to Edmondson, who was also being considered, and a couple of other veteran players, just to spell out the situation. And Gallagher, he took it in spades. Like he just said, I totally understand. And I'm sure deep down he's disappointed, but he knows that the reason why it was done. So I thought it was well handled altogether.
Yeah, so right about this, Randy tied the Oilers tied the game 1-1 to be score. He talked about possibly Wigger does not get an extension, whatever you call it, for the Flame. Possibly he could be traded at the deadline to get some upset during for Wigger. Mr. Gary Willett is in the house.
Hey, Kerry, welcome.
Milano is survived his first round of the cut. About him, because the last good rope was nothing. Don't want to go that again. Baron is a good at walking to the blue line. Balance on the skate is remind me of Kokanemi. About this one of them, more like it. Baron is good at walking to the offensive line, but bad balance on the pivot battle. Remind me Kokanemi. About this 37 like Mr. ENORTAP. Mr. ENORTAP, are you ready?
4?
Because I think it's time, Mr. ENORTAP. It's time, ladies and gentlemen, because there was requests a couple of days ago, and we are back again, ladies and gentlemen, for what you're talking about, Mr. ENORTAP. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP. He's in the hot seat for the Hockey National Show at the HNL Tonight Show. He's returning for the second time. The hot seat for Mr. ENORTAP tonight for the Hockey National Show. And tonight, Mr. ENORTAP, we have a pretty great question for you. And it's going to be Yuri Savkovsky. Do you believe he's going to start with the Laval Rocket or the Montreal Canadiens? Let us know what is the reason he's going to go there. And I will try to go back with a couple of more questions.
Oh, so you're making my decision. You're saying he's going down.
I don't know. What is your decision about? We understand, guy, it's a little bit early. We have a lot of game to go. He did not play with veteran player. We're just talking about today. And it's not, again, it could be changed next. I can tell you right now, I could change my mind next Tuesday, Wednesday when I see him again. But right now, for what you saw so far.
Yeah, so far, I mean, it's not that he's been horrible out there. I think he's been skating well. I think sometimes if he's guilty of anything, he's trying to do a little bit too much. I think he's kind of corrected it the last time he was out there. But his game isn't coming to him yet. And so for me, I think he would be best suited by going down to Laval at this point.
So you predict Yuri Savkovsky will not start the season with the Montreal Canadiens and October 12, 2022.
Yeah, I guess so. I mean, I could see him starting too, but if they want to keep him here, but I think he's better serviced if he does go down a bit.
How many players, Mr. ENORTAP, since 2000 initial draft number 1 overall as a forward, start the year in American Hockey League?
I have no idea.
0. Could the Montreal Canadiens send Yuri Savkovsky and the Laval Rocket? Do you believe they will do this? It's getting hot, ladies and gentlemen.
It's getting hot. Yes, I think they could do it. They can bring him down.
Do you think the pressure is going to get in Montreal and Laval? It would not be better for him to play in Finland, to be out of the spotlight for 1 year and not be worried about he does not do it, he does it, he does not do it. Then, if you do well in Laval, now the Montreal cannot bring him back, salary problem. Is it better for him to start in Finland or Sweden?
No, nothing to prove there. He's already played and achieved everything he could there. If anything, it's Laval. Yeah.
Finally, to get you out of the hot seat because you need some cold at this moment, do you believe or give us a prediction how many games he's going to play next season for the Montreal Canadiens?
9.
9 games only. How many points he's going to get?
3.
Ladies and gentlemen, he was the hot seat from Mr. ENORTAP on the HNL Tonight show. He did it again. Another hot seat, Mr. ENORTAP. We can wait to bring you back on the hot seat for the next show. But it would be interesting. All the people said in the chat, Mr. ENORTAP, if you should start in Laval or South and Montreal Canadiens. I'm going to pick it up. More people about this. At the same time, King of Gamers asks you, do you think Edo Primo has to work on his post-to-post lateral movement? I watch him allow 2 wrap-up goal. That would be fairly easy save.
Exactly. That's a very good point. And also, he has a strong tendency to go down on his knees right away. And that leaves the entire upper portion of the net open. So, yeah, he's definitely... Right now, he's got a huge disconnect between what he's showing at Laval and what he's showing here in Montreal. I think it's something that's correctable, but he hasn't done that yet.
Same thing I would say to you about Jacky. I would say the same thing with Primo. Both of them need to start in Laval Rocket. At least Primo, at least 55 to 80 more game in American Hockey. And they show he's the best of the best, right? Jacky the same way. He should be take more game in Laval versus play in Montreal and go get learning there and then come back a little bit later, better, stronger. Great point for Marco about Jacky, about it's not a goon. I agree with you about this. If the Habs make the playoff, how they are going to do? I don't like to say the word impossible, Melissa, but it's not going to happen this year.
It's not happening.
Frank Salazar, the Cubano cigar from the South Florida, hopefully doing well. Frank, and again, we want the best wish to Kimberly Ina and Eagle Frank for the situation really bad. Really, Kimberly live really there in the middle of the mess, right there, 4 miles area. Eagle live a little bit north, like more like a temporary area, whatever. It was not great, but a little bit better. But we wish the best for all the family of Kimberly Ina. We try to reach her the next couple of days for sure. But there's going to struggle and translate his game to NHL. Speed moment need to improve, whether it be an goal, shows the move towards the location. Brenda, great point about this one over there. Now, Brendan at 9:19, you just open up his second bottle, Mr. ENORTAP. Maybe he's open up his third. I'm not sure yet. We have to follow up for him. Test us know. I honestly believe he's a better player than Barron.
I think Barron has, I agree with Coach. I think Barron has more talent. They're 2 different types of defensemen for sure. And I think both of them will have a position on the team, in the future.
Yeah, absolutely right about this one over there. Melissa, no, they're not going to fire the coach. Mr. Franco Yakono. Welcome back.
Franco.
Sawadi Crab. And a tap or girl practice playing on the right side.
Yes.
They try to figure out this side, Mr. ENORTAP. Calgary Flame, Lucci, you can put him on defense if you want to. About this one there. And look like for instance.
Randy, I take it you don't like Lucci.
Come on, see. We're in trouble, Mr. ENORTAP. We should put Luc Lafortune on the hot seat, Mr. ENORTAP. That would be good. That's why we have preseason Randy Walkman. Yeah, absolutely about this, Kerry. If we are argue, debate, and young prospect, is that another great sign for the future? How close the young men are playing on the big stage. Cheers, Kerry, about this year. Absolutely. Before that, we can only talk about Kokonemi or Kalchenak. Kalchenak, which bar is going to go tomorrow night, and then Kokonemi. One is going to be a little bit more stronger about his skate, but that's not subject. Ask a coach about us team and South again, Mr. Marco. Coach is getting to the board, body check and ENORTAP. Gonna before the coach said, sorry, but he's doing it again. About this, Marco will lose a race about this, Matt Marmon. Try to figure out everything else. Don't tell, and so it would be get big R. 2-0 Washington Capital again at Detroit Red Wings, Mr. ENORTAP. Project coach come back and we have a game right now between and DANY. Said that. Coach, question: do you think Anderson has superpower now after he bit by that spider, Mr. ENORTAP?
Oh, did you see his hand, by the way? Did you see how inflamed his hand was? It's amazing. And they called it a lower body injury. I don't get that.
So could you tell us a bit more about this John Anderson return on the ice, but after a bizarre
He skated.
injury?
Yeah, he was bitten by a spider, apparently, from what I hear. The hand really swelled up, some type of infection. But he was skating today, so hopefully he's on the way of recovery. I think he's playing next game.
Yeah, maybe not.
Against Ottawa. No?
I think he said, I would be ready if you let me play, I would be ready, but maybe I need one more practice. I could be wrong here. If it's not there Saturday, it'll be there Monday anyway. So that's one of the two games he would participate. But it's funny because it's happened a lot in South Florida, Mr. ENORTAP. Like, it's not a story like, wow, I never heard that. Like, I saw that before. A few people in Florida about this. Texas is another location. And sometimes you can do the kind of stuff like that when you sleep. When you go to the hotel room, you always to be careful in South Florida. You always clean up the bed or you shake the bed before you get there because you can find that kind of the bit spider, everything like that.
Bed bugs, yeah.
But that's what's happening. You are sometime you don't realize you sleep, and then that kind of situation happening about, and that's where you wake up the next day. He thought at some point he was a fracture of the on the hands again. So. Great question. Marco, he was on the another subject, Mr. ENORTAP, we're supposed to talk about. Let's talk here, Mr. ENORTAP. We're going to come back with a question. I have something for you around the Montreal Canadiens. Is another subject we bring every day now when you have a chance. Montreal cut 23 players release. Me and Marco, we talk about possibility 12, and now they jump into 23. But great like player like Mezak, Beck, Simoneau, under the one, stay with the team. I'm glad for Simoneau. But 22 players going to be report, most of them with the Laval Rockets. Some of them have some contract already. Some are in NHL, some are on the invite player, like Parker Jones, Dubé, another player. But Condoda, Fred Brother have some kind of ELC already with NHL. And then we have other contract only with one-way contract with the Laval Rockets. So they are all going to report on the October 2nd, start the Laval Rockets. So any surprise, anything you want to add about the 23 player, or what the effect of this, of the 23 player now out of the Bell Center now, because they dropped the, 74 to 42, 43 player now?
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Maybe that they cut that many that quick, but I think it definitely has to do with the tryouts this weekend with Laval. There weren't any glaring names that stood out, really. I think in terms of an effect, it can only help the team now that they're getting closer to the magic number, that you're going to get more regularity with the lines, who you're playing with. Obviously, you get an opportunity to play pretty much every game or close to it. So that'll definitely go a longer way in terms of assessing your talent, and for the players to make sure that they're game ready for the opening season.
You're absolutely right about this. I'll helping you a bit more. The structure, the chemistry, the line would be better executions during the game. When Uziski is back right now with Montreal, but with Jersey no contact, so he cannot get hit. But expect Uziski to be part of the game next week at the end of the week for join the exhibition game. I will be surprised about this. And that's about the chemistry. Who play with? Who going to be? So starting tomorrow, and then starting like the next game, you're going to add another full line of Montreal Canadiens. So maybe possible Drouin, Dak, and another, and then you're going to add a couple of, at the bottom, 6 more, Henneman, Beck, and then Mezar, Sarkowski, if something like this. And that's what is going to happening. And then the defense is still a carousel over there for sure, and it will be interesting. So you're absolutely right. That's the reason why Mr. ENORTAP they cut, and it was the time to do it anyway. I'm very happy. And again, it was exactly what we said during the week. It was waiting for the Laval Rockets to start the camp to cut those kind of players. So that's pretty good about this. The Blue Jays is destroyed right now. The Boston Red Sox 9-0. Mr. ENORTAP, from what RJ said, festival over there. Look, the person, that's what happened when you show both the guy are taking note.
Not sure I understand that.
That's what happened when you show up at the boat and you go school diving, Mr. ENORTAP. When is the last time you school diving, Mr. ENORTAP?
About 8 years ago.
8 years ago. It was a specific location, or it was more at the Ontario Lake?
Mexico.
Los Cabos, yes, or Puerto Vallarta?
It was... where was it? It was Alzheimer's. I think it was Puerto Vallarta.
Puerto Vallarta, okay. The driver of the boat, is it like the guy looked like Roger or Danny?
Roger all the way.
Roger, right? Yeah, the tan of the driver was more like a little bit darker, right?
Absolutely.
That's 100%. The reason. That's really about this one. We're not going to talk who was there, but I was just going to mention because you have still a lot of talent about this. Maybe we're new at some point as screwdriver coach. Others game on their website, I think. Marco, you're absolutely right. They put this on the website. I'm in Ottawa. Marco, Canada only. Yes, I cannot watching the game here. And Thailand, Tampa Bay raised 6-2 as Austin Astros. I know Tampa Bay tried to make the playoff. If I can recall it, Mr. ENORTAP, I could be wrong. One weekend, do you let Clark play 9 games in NHL first, then decide if he stay or goes overseas?
Yeah. I mean, I think Clark's probably there to stay. Personally, I think he's showing some good stuff in LA. So I would love to see him stay with the team personally.
You're absolutely right, Ron. You let him play his number of the game, and after that, you bring him back in American Hockey League if you have to. And I did not watch a lot of game over there right now, but I would think that would be the right thing about this. The hot seat, yes, he is on the hot seat action. Microsoft Microlab Sharks. Laval for Danny, Melissa Laval, Kelly, nice intro music. William Snyder, Laval Rocket 2022. He is not showing right. Vinny Laval, if they want him to develop good play for the first 9 game coach, then go down to Laval for Randy. Patient is the key in this situation, Vinny. I hope the HABS, Marco, Sam will start for sure about this. Yes, Coach Bruno. I love the shaft soundtrack music on ENORTAP. Sweet hot seat about this one over there. Look, nope. Bruno, nope. Marco, you're awesome. William Leclerc said Laval. Sorry, Mr. ENORTAP. Get all the people. Add draft success for what it can be 3 or 4 years from now. Yeah, absolutely right about this. Look for some 9 game over there. 9-0 final score. Yep, 9. Look for some 3. Now the number of the point is on the top. We number the game 9-3-10. Melissa. 68. Marco said for Sasuke with 2 points. About this. Not bad an ID. Look for some. No, not Finland. He will not progress if he goes there. Eric Morrison, right? 40 goal, 90 point. Alan Miracle. Then I trust was right. Question for ENORTAP, slap or right?
Danny knows. Go on.
All right. Right, 20 goal, 24 assists for 44 points. Randy said, don't talk about right, coach. You will have a stroke. You see, I just put the comment. I don't want to talk about right like Kokanemi. Sound right back to Junior. He will not. He need to be humble about this. You do realize that right is not a goal so far. About this, not just coach, and that will come out the screen about this one over there. Noah Beck, how many goals? I think 12 goals. Melissa. Owen Beck, Melissa is not going. He's going to returning and. Melissa with Mississauga still had. King of Gamer, as a rebuilding NHL team, has no business making the playoff, ever make the playoff before.
You mean like Vegas? A few years ago?
Yeah, I can
And they made
understand
it
that.
all the way
Yeah.
to the Stanley Cup Finals? That was a Cinderella story.
Esposito having a good game for the Oilers, and he said, I'm the fire starter. I let Danny O's is down about this one. Yeah, a good team together. 1-1, and he said, Carl Damstrom expected to be out 6 months for the Toronto Maple Leafs because of his shoulder surgery injury, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was that long. Wow.
Rick said, what do you think about the Mullet Arena, Mr. ENORTAP?
I think we talked about that in Tempe.
It's embarrassment to the World League about this.
Yeah.
Some that MLS will do for sure. Some MLS will for sure have Pitlick in lineup. Is so who come out? Drouin, Dadonov, Hoffman, or Armia?
I don't know if any of those come out, really. Because Pitlick will be in for sure. I think they want to give Drouin an opportunity. Dadonov's not coming out. And Hoffman until he gets traded to possibly Calgary. I can see him on the right-hand side, yeah.
If you think about this, what you just said, I would say Armia, Monahan, Peseta. So 1 or 3 has to be out. How? Armia trade, Monahan long-term reserve injury, Peseta waiver. That's the only 3 of that part of there. So from your list, I would say Armia, but that's the way I can see that. Maybe we can, we get 10 more minutes, Mr. ENORTAP. Sino igual Gallagher. I love those kind of, as a fans, I love those kind of players, like the story, like the small one, but they play with a heart. Every time the blue collar players, he's not the only one. And but I really like the Xavier Simoneau. Every time he's on the ice, create something. You see, he's a little bit harder for him, a little bit more. Again, the player in NHL, but still, yeah, he can create some kind of offensive. He have great vision, so smart. He work hard. Another Gallagher. I know it's early. IHP is the same mold like Simoneau and Gallagher. But what do you think about Simoneau?
I like him too. I think his vision is fantastic. He's a bulldog as well. I just worry about his height, his size. That's the only thing that concerns me. We see that sometimes Gallagher, for all that he does, I mean, his size does restrict him and get him into a lot of trouble. And he's taller than Simoneau is. I think he's two inches taller.
Well, honestly, it reminds us Nathan Jerb, and you remember Tyler Ennis. So that's the 2 kind of player can call it right now at the same level, like the same size like Simoneau. And if Simoneau can add a little bit more speed, you can learn speed, right? You can learn to become better on your power strike, everything like that. If you can add that kind of asset a little bit more, I think Simoneau can have a career in NHL appropriate if he can develop a little bit more.
Yeah, I would agree.
Owen Beck can force his way into the Montreal lineup.
Anything's possible, King. I just don't put me back on the hot seat there because I think he's better service going down, but only because there isn't a position. It's a totally different conversation than we were having with Jack-Eye, because there is a spot until Edmondson comes back. But with Owen Beck, here we're talking about Drouin and where we putting him and who's coming out. So if you include Owen Beck in that conversation, then you're looking at somebody else you have to take out. So there's a log jam at forwards.
October 9, Mr. ENORTAP, they all played a game, exhibition game.
Okay.
All the conversation we did this morning, it could be completely wrong, because the next couple of days, it will show to us the Arbor, the Savkovsky, the Mezar, the Beck, the
Yeah.
Aries, the goalie, and I can go all the prospect like who they are, the Simono, the Eneman, the Ilonen, the RHP, what they look like versus better hockey player. Maybe not tomorrow, maybe not Monday, but we're going to start in next after that. Game number 6, game number 7, game number 8. That's why you have to figure out what they look like. Again, if they're still in the lineup, of course. But that's going to have that kind of conversation we can report after that, because now they're going to see their play, what they look like against better hockey player.
You're right. Exactly.
Kerry, Montreal needs someone in lineup like Albert Jekai to protect Zuski, Caulfield, and the rest.
I leave that for you, Coach.
But you have it. It's called Michael Peseta. That's it.
No comment. No comment.
Best news of the smaller roster, more time for coach to spend with Stavkovsky, and more time to go around the player. That's a good thing about this, Marco. The 1-to-1 or whatever they call it, and absolutely. I'm hoping Dwayne give 1% effort this year, not been sarcastic either.
We all do.
I think for me, it'll be like CLT. BLT and play hockey is supposed to be, and it'll be fine. I think you have 3 players to get the best chance. The Drouin, the Dadonov, the Monahan. Give them time, give them great asset. They can build it up better. The value increasing for the trade deadline. You can trade all 3. You get something back in return.
Exactly.
Here we go. Zegras, we talked about this a bit earlier. Look about this. It's time out, coach, and ENORTAP. Danny is not. She's the sponsor here about this one there. Uppercut we do, Danny. Coach, thought on Julien Gauthier look like they are shopping him. It's ENORTAP.
Oh, it's a coach.
Well, I don't say coach, but I was just telling you about.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I don't see that, to be totally honest, but I wouldn't be surprised. But I see it happening.
I cannot hear you. Say it again. I think you got cut. Are you freezing?
I don't see that. Yeah, no. Well, I'm a bit cold, but.
But, he was a first round pick at 20 overall. I just get it here. And he played 96 game, honestly. He's a big guy. He's a right winger, 6'4", 227. And, the last 2 years played with the Rangers. If you don't have a lot of forward, but it's not the case for the Montreal, Mr. ENORTAP, I would maybe consider him. But right now, I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
don't see it happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying, yeah.
Pierre Martin is in the house, Mr. ENORTAP.
Hey, Pierre. Welcome aboard.
Oh, someone tried to start another fire after we talk about this, Mr. ENORTAP. Pierre Martin said, "Hi, coach, look like an arbor."
We'll be around. Coach is getting on the hot seat now.
Oh, I don't get in the hot seat about this. I always said, for the benefit of Arbor, you use him in Laval. For me, it would be my recommendation for Arbor. The fair factor alone would keep Arbor on the roster.
Coach, after you do the hot seat like that, you should put a poll up to see who won the hot seat.
Oh, no, but maybe we can put the intensity of the hot for you. What kind of percentage you rate? The 60, the 40, the 78. That's something we
Chili
can
pepper
about this. We have to get
today wasn't too bad.
Yeah, a board for that one over there. Possible Pierre Martin, is it the benefit of the best for him? I don't know. I'll be all right if he might the roster, but Jake Allen is going to get a lot of rubber. How is Nemec a right training camp go compared to Sarkozy? Also, what about Coley? Coley is not there. Coley is an NCAA right now. Nemec is doing well. He did not get cut yet. And Shane Wright did not have a 1 point on the power play goal on the last game. They beat the Vancouver Canucks 4-3. He played only 2 games so far. And it would be interesting what they're going to do. They're going to give him the best chance to stay with the Seattle Kraken for him. Armia totally useless for Luc Laverson. Simoneau is awesome. Watch Nemec visit Ranger tonight. A couple nice play, solid. Not sure about Coley. Coley is not in the NHL. Simoneau can score. Luc Laverson. Simoneau is a spunky block shot, nice play. Yep, so Vladar is a monster tonight. Vladar have a good game prior to that one, Randy. His first game he played, if I can recall it. We have some update, Mr. ENORTAP. San Jose 1-0 again, the Canucks. Again, the Knights 3-0. The Sharks, Anaheim at 1-1. Thanks so much about this. Melissa, what player will set up for the Lightning this year? Stanko, Point, or Perry?
Well, step up. I mean, you can't get better than what Stamkos did last year. If he even comes close to producing that'd be fantastic. Point was out most of the season, so anything better than last year is a step up. I think Perry, if you get what he gave you last year, that's fantastic too.
Shot 25, Calgary 11. Vladar is a star. That Campbell is in the net. And no, it's Picard now in the net, Randy said. Simoneau and Pitlick, solid tie, a good pair. About this, a good night, Alan. Have an amazing, great night. William Snyder said, did the Wings start the Avalanche wing rivalry by scoring 9 goals on Patrick Roy?
No, I don't think so. I
think you should consider more Claude Lemieux.
Yeah, absolutely.
Edmonton will win the Wins division. Thanks so much. Coach Maxstrom is visit others. And the absolute time for me to leave you. So maybe tomorrow, Melissa. Have an amazing, great night, and Melissa. Danny leave the building. Sarkozy need to play an NHL player, and then let's see. Great comment. Look, I agree with you about this. Calgary should be trade if Calgary want to go.
Wait a minute. Well, I don't know. I'm not going there.
Maxstrom should be traded. Flame won't trade Maxstrom. I mean, Zegras showboarding, so opponent taking note.
No, it's not because of that. He literally, Luke had his head down. You know, it's a mistake that sometimes if you're not aware of your situation, and like Coach said, it was very early in the game as well, his first time back. He just got caught with his head down and somebody took advantage. Totally clean hit.
Yeah, so usually a veteran would be a little bit more careful. He would not try to hit hard, right? And the rookie tried to make a spot him. He tried to show, and that's the difference between. What do we think of the goalie corner? Frédéric Tichot, Jacob Tobes, and Emmett Croteau. For me, Tichot and Tobes. Croteau is still too early playing the ESHL with Waterloo Blackhawks. And then Tobes with the NCAA with Ohio State. The season just start. And then you have Frédéric Tichot won his first game with the Frontlander this week. Score a 3-1, stop 27-28 save. Every Monday, we give you on the app Daily News the prospect of the week. So we're going to give you everything what happening with them. It's a new thing we're going to add with the app Daily News, Mr. ENORTAP. I just want to share with you about this one. Wolf is going to be a great goaltender for the Calgary Flame. One that out going to use to be on the UFA next season. So it's not ready for the app on the regular roster. He need to media break too. Pierre Martin about this one there. Bobby, welcome aboard. Equal tied the game 1-1 end of the first period. Bobby, enjoy your game. Is live over there. You're welcome, Pierre.
Hey, Bobby.
Look like Watson, Aber, Cooley, Slav will start the season after this all. Hallelujah. Look like Watson. All right. I would check Albert. Bert Siskett is the man already. Pierre Martin. Albert has the most age under the great mustache about this one over there. Hot seat, chill, pepper, mode, record bitter to hose it down, Mr. Franco. About this one over there. That's a good one over there. He probably have a mustache and we talk about this one now. Luciano, media should not be allowed to interview prospect or rookie entering the first NHL season. Second year is fine, but not their first year. Just my opinion for Luciano about this one over there. Is Bert Jaron stay up at Boston from the draft onwards? No.
Stayed up? What do you mean stayed up?
If Bergeron stay up in Boston from the draft.
No, he went down, I believe.
No.
Did he? No, he stayed with the team. Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He did, yeah.
He scored an overtime goal.
18-year-old.
What it was his number when he was running for the Boston Bruins, Mr. Nata?
7?
At the training camp.
Number 7?
No.
No. Okay.
56.
Close.
No, Pierre, he makes the team right away. At that time, Ken Hughes, he was the agent, and Ken Hughes could not go at the game, his first game with the Boston Bruins as an exhibition game. And his parent called Ken Hughes, said, Ken, Patrice played a solid game. He did very well. You'll be shocked to see him. I'm telling you right now, he did a good game. So he hang up with the parents. Then he turned around to his wife. He said, you know, all the parents are always like this, wife. He said, they're always thinking their kid is the best player on the ice. Then he go back to see the game number 2. He realized, yeah, maybe he's really good. So then he make the team about this one over there. So he tell this story somehow. I don't know. I watched so many things. I don't know what happened. You have a Frenchy quiz. Yes, we're getting there. Sorry, I mean Mark Strom should be traded. Well, if still have the value, and I thought no Gagger as a great fan support Pierre Martin about Max Strom. Why interesting that Gordon think a 2-man piece missing in the rebuild is a goalie and offensive defenseman. I agree about this. Not many people out do who is. I cannot find any information on him anywhere. Yep, Emmett Croteau play for the USHL and USA. Look for the Waterloo Blackhawks, King of Gamer. It was before the game yesterday, whatever he did not play, I'm not sure. He was 1-1 since the beginning of the season, King of Gamer. Waterloo Blackhawks, that's the way you can find him. Back in the 80s, we used to say that the flight was like a training bra. A lot of support by No Cop, Mr. Andy. By the way, Max Strom is playing some to live for the Golden Knights. Also, Kessel looking pretty good. Thanks so much for the update about this one over there. If another was any other, the whole planet will eat up about this one over there. How many points did Marc Bergevin acquire a total career?
Not many. He wasn't. He was a solid defenseman, but he wasn't.
He played 1,191 game, 36 goals, 145 assists for 181 points.
Yeah, not much.
It's like a what? 0.1% point or 1% point?
Yeah, close. A little bit better, but still. He
Well,
was
10%.
more of a stay-home defenseman.
No, not 10%, Mr. Nazab. It's 180. It's maybe 3.
Yeah.
I don't know. 5.
How many points?
Maybe.
How many
I don't
points
know.
again?
What?
How many points again?
181 point in 1,191 game.
Okay, yeah. It's around the...
Marco said, Waterloo Blackhawks, impressive because you know that coach, damn.
He's good. He's the GOAT.
I have to give you because I work in USHL scouting over there, so I know most of the team, the Lincoln Star, the Omar Lancer, the Granby Gambler, the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. My first night, Mr. Notap, I scouted the USHL was at the beginning of 2000. And Thomas Vanek, he was the star for the Cedar Rapids Rough Riders. So Cedar Rapids Rough Riders, Thomas Vanek play in the USHL over there. One of the son at Christian used play for the Cedar Rapids. Couple of, at the beginning of 2000, I was doing the scouting over there. So
nice, very good.
Yeah. So I'm not smarter. I just do things about this.
You're the goat. You're the goat.
Pierre Martin, so I'll be right back in 2 minutes. So we have to wait for Mr. Notap to start the quiz right now. Can we take advantage? He left the building, so we we can put him out. Brendan Pichotta on the Great Button ranking as well. Number 2. That on Great Button ranking, Edouard Sell, number 2 for next season, Mr. Notap.
I haven't really looked into the prospects yet that much, so I'm not sure if that. I think that's a little bit high for him right now. Now, whether he can get to that stage, it remains to be seen. If he has a good year, he's definitely in the top 5. No, maybe even less.
So here's a funny thing about him. He's a 2005, ladies and gentlemen. He's a Cheshire Players, by the way. And is 6'1", 168 pounds. Is a right winger, but he shoot on the left. This year, in 2023, he played on the Cheshire 20, and he played with the men, the league over there. He had 3 point and 5 game, 1 goal, 2 assists. Last season in the World Junior Championship at U18, he had 9 point and 6 game, with 1 goal, 8 assists. And all international play Cheshire, U18, everybody. He have 30 point and 28 games, 7 goal, 23. And his projected this year is going to be 30 point and 51 game if he play on the Cheshire League, 10 goal, 20 assists. Look, he's a great player. He's a great winger. To put him number 2 over Mishkov Infantili, I think is too high. To put him over Brendan Yager is too high. I put him around 9 to 12 on my board right now. So will be interesting to follow him for sure, but definitely a top 10. Guys, top 20 in NHL. NHL draft 2023. It's considered amongst the top 8 draft NHL 2022. So how big it is, this draft is unbelievably great. You can pick a guy 26, 27. He can become your top 6 in NHL in the future. So great about this. Great, Brendan, to bring this to us. That's the NC Hockey broadcasting any game. Yes, King. You can follow this on the NHL Network if you want to, if you have it. He does a lot of game over there. Sometimes TSN carry on this Sportnet, of course, but they have the hockeytv.com. I think it's .com. Hockey TV is the one you can look about this. They carry on those games. And then you can check on the website of their own team. Sometimes they make the live streaming one day on the road. But honestly, the hockey.tv, I believe it is. They carry on that live streaming. And that's the way you can see that around. We're going to talk about all that kind of information about this during the year. All the pressure from Montreal Canadiens, Sean Farrell, Luke Tuck, Lane Hobson, Dobez. There's the best name we have on that. Jaden Strubble for the defenseman for the Northeastern is another one we're going to follow up. Mr. Notap, Thijs Milanik, he's another one about this. How do you put Sakesi? He was drafted in 2023, was ranking king. He said that to you, Mr. Notap.
I would definitely be lower. I think the top 5 this year are better than anything we had this in 2022.
I would say to you around 10 because he's a big guy, 6'4", and he can slide to 7, 8, 9, 10, I believe. I think you have other players like Yagar could be in front of him, Fentili, Mishkov, Bedar. Carlson could be another one of the two. Carlson get there. Cam, Allen.
Dvorak.
So you have a lot of things about the Dolsky is a little bit drop a little bit, but that's the kind of player you can get. About 10 would be the right one about this. Great question, by the way. Yeah. DU is off to a good start this season. Denver University, the champion last season, Mr. ENORTAP. Marco over for to a win and a quiz. Here we go, Mr. ENORTAP, talking about this. We're not to go to quiz. It's time to get there, Mr. ENORTAP. We're going to release you early tonight. And tomorrow night, we do, Mr. ENORTAP, we do what? Of course, we do the description of the game. And that's what we at. Well, Bobby Bagadanat is not live, so he's not going to win tonight, Mr. ENORTAP. You take advantage of that situation. The winner last game, Mr. ENORTAP, we have a couple of people win last game. Jose Duarte, Danny T, Nicolas de Gobi-Bono, we didn't see him tonight. And then Rudolph, we don't see him yet. All them win. We missed Mr. Mark Rabinowitz, so we don't see Mark the last couple of days. See, that's the beauty of what we do, Mr. ENORTAP. We still remember the name of the people, right? Who they are and what they do. It's fun to do that. And that's the beauty about this one. Do you guys still to go game result prediction? Yep. We start Monday, King, but it's all about the prediction of the trophy. King of Gamer, a prediction of the season with Fantasy Hockey next week. I'm still on the board. Yep. Andy, with only one win or two win, you're still on the board. And that's a great congratulations about this. Everybody see their name at the bottom. Mr. ENORTAP, you are the man leaderboard with 10.5 over Vinny 007. He's be in the chat right now. 5.5. Andy Kuivula 3.5. They are the leader, the top three, and this one over there. And this guy today is the last one in September. We're going to give you all the results of September tomorrow. And me, I'm already October. And then I'm going to start a new leaderboard only for October. But we're going to give you now the leaderboard for the total of the year number 3, Mr. ENORTAP. Is it too complicated or you follow me?
Cumulative? So you're doing it by month and then cumulative?
Something like that, Mr. ENORTAP. Little with Smith verification follow everything, Mr. ENORTAP. And they are the one to give us all the information. Look, I got two last time. We was so was Danny. Look, that person. I got one, but if you tell us two, we can give you a 0.5, Mr. We are generous, Mr. Luc Lafortune. You're always here with us.
I got two.
Luc Lafortune is a part of the winner, Mr. ENORTAP, for this one over there. So we'll be
I got two as well.
No, I think it was your first 0.5, Mr. ENORTAP.
Yeah, but I was
the first time, but not really great.
I was 4 for 5 if you consider my second pick.
You win. Your second pick make you win. King, I joined Coach Frenchy. I don't know anything about it. Here we go, Vinny. If you want to join us, guys, for the hockey, I would participate to the fantasy hockey. I'm not sure how it works. I used to be on the pick, or would be fine what the score is. Not a problem. King, email me here. Oh, I cannot do that. Can someone put my email, coach at coachfrenchy.com, give to King of the Gamer, so he can send me an email. We're going to add him. It's good to have rookies. That's the beauty we do here. It's teaching people. So, and I thought we take advantage of you. If he send you a proposal of the trade, King, tell me first. I will let you know if you should do it or not. Randy, you should join us, Randy. It's all about participation, Randy. That'd be great to have you aboard. So, coach at coachfrenchy.com, coach at coachfrenchy.com about this one. Mr. ENORTAP, are you ready?
Always.
Do you have a Zoom call draft? No, it's live from ESPN, Marco. How many players have 7 block shot and 50 goals in the last 5 seasons, Mr. ENORTAP? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5?
In the last 5 seasons.
Vinny, check your Elite Prospect Guide. You was the winner, so you can go that one over there. Here we go. Finally, we have some minutes. Nicolas de Gobi-Bono back in the house. Nicolas, welcome back.
Hey,
thanks so much, Jose, for my email. Bobby D. Nicolas C. Here we go. That's the two good answer I have so far. Then we have Brendan said B. William C. Thanks so much, Mr. William Snyder. We have Vinny. Yep, that's what I'm doing, coach. Thank you. Andy A. Zenit D. Welcome. Vinny C. RGC. Danny C. Marco A. Ron with Kings B. Lucky C. Look that person B. King with C. Then we have Jose B. Bien Martin B. Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm going to go with B, 2.
2 for Mr. ENORTAP. The answer, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh my God!
Are you sure, Mr. ENORTAP?
No, I'm not. I'm totally guessing.
But you're guessing good because the answer is B, Mr. ENORTAP. And the winner of this, we have a couple of people take the lead. We have Brendan Bishop with Luc Laportune, Ron with Kings, Pierre Martin, Jose Duarte, ENORTAP. Some of you study a lot over the last couple of days.
Oh, yeah.
Question number 2.
Oh, boy.
Mr. ENORTAP.
Yes, sir.
We have 2 players did it, right?
Okay.
One of them is Mike Giordano. Who is the another players? Evan Provorov, Victor Hetman, Ryan Pulak, Jacob Slavin, or Brent Burns. Who is the one? Luc Lafortune, he said he's going for 5-5 tonight, Mr. ENORTAP.
I'm sure.
RG said E. Thanks so much, RG. We see if other people are telling us. Zenit B. Thank you, Zenit, the Sniperman. Nicolas go with D. Bobby with B. Bobby participated with us, Mr. ENORTAP, directly for the Vegas at the Bell Center now, but we'll see. Jose said E. Danny said B. Brendan Bishop said D. Marco said B. Luc Lafortune said C. William Snyder said E. We have Luciano said C. Mr. ENORTAP, the time is up. The time we can see. Pierre Martin said A. Vinny said C. Ron King said A. King of Gamers said A. Vinny said C. You have a phone call, Mr. ENORTAP?
Yeah, so...
did you call a friend?
The obvious choice... No, not yet.
Not yet?
I was going to call you, but... the obvious choice is Hedman, so I don't think you'll go that direction. I think Provorov was hurt too much, missed too much time. I don't think it's Burns. It's probably Ryan Pulak. And my second choice would have been Slavin.
All right. If you have a second option, Mr. ENORTAP.
Slavin. Jacob Slavin.
Oh my God!
Surprisingly, it's Provorov, Mr. ENORTAP.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Provorov is a good one over there. Andy Kuvila score. King of Gamers score. And we have Pierre Martin at 2. Ron with King at 2. All the leader of this one over there. Congratulations. All the 2 of them take the lead. And congratulations about this. We have question number 3 right now. Question number 3. It's easy one, Mr. ENORTAP. Under, over, or exact. How many goalies had 10 points a plus in one NHL history season? I apologize. 2 goalies. 2 goalies. Is it under, over, or exact? How many goalies had 10 points a plus? Like 1 goal, 9 assists, or 10 assists, 11, 12, 13, whatever it is, and plus in the NHL history in one season only. I should add in one season.
In one season?
One season. RJ, Nicolas, Danny.
So this is in 1 year? There was goalies that scored 10 points? Wow.
Yep. Nicolas, I saw you copy me. Pierre Martin said, Danny C, Bobby A, Zenit B. We have Vinny, Brendan Bishop, Luciano A, Marco C.
That's
Ta- 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 ta. Mr. ENORTAP.
so. Just so I understand the question, you're saying how many goalies? You're saying that there's 2 goalies that got 10 points in one season.
Yes. Not at the same season. How many goalies
No,
in
no.
the NHL
Yeah,
history have at least a minimum 10 points in one season?
No, that sounds too high. I'm gonna go A under.
A under.
The only guy that the only guy that could have probably done it was Grant Fuhr, but
Oh my God!
The answer, guy, is A. Only one did it. Grant Fuhr did it with 14 points, ladies and gentlemen. Nobody else did over 10 points and more. And listen, Pierre Martin, guy, is 3-3 right now. 3-3. We have Brendan Bishop got 2 points. ENORTAP is at 2 point. Ron still at 2. But we have now Bobby back in the nuts, Luciano. We have Vinny 007, and we have someone else at the end. Someone else is William Snyder. So question 3 is over. Question number 4, Mr. ENORTAP, are you still in the game?
a lot of heat.
Still in
This
the game.
is the hot seat. This is the hot seat.
Here we go. And the Hurricane history, Mr. ENORTAP. How many different players have over 100 points in one season? Three different players. 4 of them. 5, 6, or 7. Danny 03. Pierre Martin 03 and the you choker. Tom Paraso lead with 48 point career. You're absolutely right about this, Brendan. Great point. Chicago with welcome back in the house. Go with C. IG D. Nicolas E. Bobby D. Adford also. Yes, including Adford. Danny A. Luciano D. Jose A. Vinny B. Brendan A. Marco A. William Snyder B. Pierre Martin D. Pierre Martin 3-3 tonight. Round C. Andy D. Zenith A. I was so late. Chicago. It's all right. Luke Lafferson E. King of Gamer B. Mr. ENORTAP, the time is up.
I think there's only. I'm gonna go with A 3.
3 of them.
It's not a high. Yeah, I don't think there's that many.
What is your second option, Mr. ENORTAP?
Oh my God!
Probably 4.
You're absolutely right, Mr. ENORTAP. It was 4, Mr. ENORTAP. And Pierre Martin still stay at 3, but we have other players step up.
Boy.
We have Vinny 007 at 2, and we have William Snyder at 2. And right now, Pierre Martin is sure to win this contest tonight, but many of you can reach him. Ron, we can have at 2 with Brendan Bishop, and ENORTAP is still at 2. This is the last question of the night, Mr. ENORTAP. So I decided to stay, Mr. ENORTAP, with the Carolina Hurricanes, Mr. ENORTAP. How many different goalies in the Hurricane history have over 5 shootout A plus in one season? How many different goalies have 5 shootout A plus? So maybe 7, maybe 8, maybe 9, maybe 10. We don't know. The question is how many goalies did it? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
We're talking about shutouts?
Yes.
Okay.
0 goal in one game. Francis, and who else? What was the question? 100 point, right? Oh my God. At Mike Rogers is one of them. Let me check again. But Verbeek did not do it. So I also two King Gamer. Yes, Nicolas A, Chicago D, Zenith A, Brandon A. Luciano A, Marco D, Andy C, Danny E, Bobby A, RGC, Luc Laforson E, Jose E, King of Gamer E. I'm still waiting for a couple of more people. I think missing William Snyder, missing 007, possible. Pierre Martin C, William Snyder B, Runway Kings 20 D. Mr. Nortap, during that time, give us your knowledge of what you're thinking could happen.
Yeah, I don't think it's that many. I'm going to go with B. 4.
4. Mike Rogers, he was one of them. Ron Francis was number 2. We have Blank Sutton, number 3. And we have Eric Stahl, number 4. So that was the answer of this question. But this one, right, Mr. Nortap, what was your answer?
B. 4.
D. If you have another option, Mr. Nortap, what it will be?
No.
Oh my God!
B.
B like 4.
Yes.
If you have another option, what it will be?
It would probably be 5. C.
It's A with 3 only goaltender guys have more. I cannot believe it until I read it, ladies and gentlemen. I tried to give it to you. One of them is Arthur Herbies did it, goaltender, and I cannot count what I can give it to you.
Cam Ward did it. I'm sure Cam Ward did it when he won the cup.
So who did it? Arthur Herbie, Kevin Weeks, and Cam Ward did it. And Weeks, Herbie, and Ward did it 2 times each one of them. But it was a different goalies. Ward. So the answer was 3, Mr. ENORTAP.
Ward? Really?
Yeah. Cam Ward did it twice, 6 shootout and 5 shootout, Mr. ENORTAP, about this. But honestly, we guys, unbelievably, we have only one winner, Mr. ENORTAP, tonight. Pierre Martin is the winner of this contest tonight. Pierre Martin did it again for the first time, I believe, on year number 3. Congratulations, Pierre Martin did it. What a game for Pierre Martin. And we have, apologize, Mr. ENORTAP. Mistake.
What's that?
I got a phone call from DeLwitt Smith verification. He said, no, Brendan Bishop did it, ladies and gentlemen. Brendan Bishop tied the game with Pierre Martin. So we have 2 winners. Only both of them are going to be only 1 point tonight, Mr. ENORTAP.
Way to go, Brendan.
Brendan Bishop did it again. Congratulations. We have 2 good answers from William Snyder, Venezuela, Vinny 007. We have ENORTAP, Bobby Begadenats. We have King of Gamer, Runway King, all of 2. And that's complete, guys. Another great show tonight of the HNL Tonight show with Mr. ENORTAP. Glad to see you again, Mr. ENORTAP. Tomorrow night, we go back with the hockey. Montreal Canadiens versus Ottawa Senator. Sunday morning, the HABS Daily News. And then Sunday night, possibly Mr. ENORTAP or Mr. Dan Wallace, the Minnesota Wild, I believe he is from the hockey buzz. Is this Sunday or the following Sunday? He did not give me his answer. But if not, we have the backup. Mr. ENORTAP is going to show up if it's possible. If you want to join the Hockey Nation Night Show, Fantasy Hockey, ESPN, 6 o'clock p.m., Sunday night, the only way you can participate is to get the link. You have to email me, coach@coachfrenchy.com. No experience. It's all good. We're going to teaching you. We're going to talk about this. That would be great. And more people. We're looking for 20 people involved in the league. That's what's happening, Mr. ENORTAP. Anything you want to conclude tonight?
No, another fun evening, Coach. Always great to to debate many things amongst us all. And I wish everybody a great weekend.
Do you like the hot seat, Mr. ENORTAP?
Yeah, I gotta go change my underwear, but yeah.
It's all good. You did very good tonight. You expect Sapkowski start in Laval. You expect Jacky start in Montreal Canadiens. And we'll see what's happening. But until the next time, everybody, we want to remember, you are awesome. You are amazing. You are the best. And remember, you have greatness inside of you. Yes, you have greatness inside of you, Mr. ENORTAP. It was a pleasure having you. And I can wait to see you the next time. Until the next time, we have to remind everybody, be well, be healthy, find a way not only dominate your day, but find a way to dominate your second half of what, Mr. ENORTAP?
22.
He did it again. Have an amazing, great weekend, everybody. Can't wait to see you until the next time. Of course, we love you, people. Mr. Thanks so much, Mr. ENORTAP.
Good night, everyone.
Thank you. Brendan, congratulations, my friend. Have an amazing, great night. Nicolas de Bobby. But no, others just score. Take the lead 2-1 against the Calgary Flame. Andy, all the moderators of the Hockey National Show, we want to thank each one of you. ENORTAP, Danny T, Ron with King, Jose Duarte, Luciano, Graziano, the trumpetist. All the members of the Hockey National Show, we want to thank you so much for your support of the Hockey National Show. And finally, of course, we wish you an amazing, great weekend. Thanks so much, Danny. Isn't it? Have an amazing, great night. Merci beaucoup, mon homme. Pierre Martin, congratulations tonight. And we have other people. Luc Laportion, Ron with Kings. We have King of Gamer, Andy Kouivula, Randy Walkman, RJ. Of course, RJ Calabro, the man of the men. Vinny 007, William Schneider. Brandon Bishop. Thanks so much. Eric Morrison was one of them tonight.
Come on, get a grip now of all the ways we parted. You showed in your way we would stand and we would fall united. Come on, get a grip now. Just finish what you started. Don't like the feeling that I've been fooled, deceived, and so misguided. Oh, oh, oh. What do I know? What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show. What's going on now? Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I let go? I do really want to know what's going on now. Is this another breakdown? You and me, should I say so? We're just putting on a show.
Oh. Booyah!